Chair, Excellencies, colleagues, thank you for the opportunity to give this statement on behalf of the Global Initiative Against Transnational Organised Crime. I'd like to speak today on the increasingly pervasive threat of transnational organised crime and the critical and urgent need for a more strategic response, including through more effective international cooperation and technical assistance, the theme of this year's session of the Commission. I think there is a growing recognition that the grave threats and harms of transnational organised crime are of epidemic proportions. This has been recognized in recent months by the Interpol General Assembly, the UN Security Council and the UN General Assembly. The latter adopted a new International Day on Transnational Organised Crime a few weeks ago. We welcome all of these efforts, but statements and declarations can only do so much. At the moment, our approach to international cooperation and technical assistance to prevent and counter transnational organised crime can best be described as business as usual. The last time the threat of TOC was spoken about in the same way was decades ago. And after several years, the international community came together to adopt the UN Convention Against Transnational Organised Crime. But the world has changed dramatically since then, and the threats of organised crime are much more pervasive and causing more harm on a global scale, as well as in specific contemporary security, human rights, and environmental crises. And that's despite the widespread ratification of the UNTOC. To put this into perspective, in 2023, the second iteration of our Global Organised Crime Index showed that 83% of the global population now live in countries with high criminality. That's up from 79% in 2021. So criminality and illicit markets continue to grow at a staggering rate. The index also draws a clear link between criminality and conditions of conflict and instability, contributing to arms flows and associated violence. But there's also hope in the index findings. It's clear that good governance practices that are open, transparent, embedded in the rule of law, and that encourage active engagement from citizens are the basis for more effective responses. That includes through international cooperation and technical assistance. Currently, however, we simply have no way of knowing whether the current approaches are being implemented effectively. Since the beginning of the UNTOC review mechanism in 2020, not a single country review has been published, and review discussions themselves take place behind closed doors. There is therefore neither effective sanction nor incentive for states to live up to their commitments under the UNTOC and its core purpose of enhancing international cooperation. So it's time to turn the declarations, statements, resolutions, and the convention itself into action for more effect and impact. Thank you very much.